Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Baiklah tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, selamat kembali ke Persidangan Pengurusan Kontrak Jabatan Digital Negara tahun 2024. Semua masih okey Baiklah, majlis akan diteruskan lagi dengan sesi yang pertama, iaitu yang bertajuk Teknologi Update, Penggunaan Gen Kecerdasan Buatan dalam Pengurusan Kontrak Kerajaan. Izinkan saya untuk menceritakan sedikit latar belakang penceramah pada petang ini. Our speaker for today is Mr. Al-Bukhari Amir, who served as the Enterprise Account Manager at Telcoin Sdn Bhd. With a robust background in client relationship management and strategic account planning, Mr. Al-Bukhari plays an important role at Telcoin by focusing on the nurturing key government relationships and recognizing opportunities for digital transformation through cloud solutions. And our second speaker for today is Mr. Isen Wang, who currently serves as Channel Research Director at DocuSign, accomplished sales leader with extensive experience in channel and enterprise sales across the ASEAN region. Currently, he serves as the Channel Research Director at DocuSign, where he leads the strategic initiative to drive and grow partner engagement. Without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Al-Bukhari Ahmed to deliver his talk.
Hello. Boleh dengar semua? Kuat sangat ke? Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum dan selamat malam. Saya tahu jam dah tunjuk 8.20 hari ni. So saya akan cuba buat inisiatif ni sedikit interaktif lah. Sebab kita tak nak, saya faham semua dah 8.30 dan mengantuk sikit kan. So jadi kita try to make it very simple, straightforward and easy to understand lah, senang nak hadam. So pertama kali saya nak ucapkan terima kasih ke atas semua yang hadir pada malam ini. Turut serta bersama saya partner saya daripada Singapore from DocuSign, turun padang daripada pagi tadi. Kita akan buat this session untuk macam mana I nak explain dekat all the folks here on how to digitalize your company basically. So, muka yang handsome ni bukan saya, but apparently this is my CEO. So, the idea of the name Telcoin, it's not a telco company. Saya harap jangan confuse dengan telco tu bukan telco. Telcoin ni is an abbreviation of saying telling companies how to win. So, the idea and the initiative of the name Telcoin came from my founders, which is Encik Hafiz Rizwan, is mainly to focus on not just winning a certain deal, but winning in terms of focusing on how I can grow my clients into a bigger and nurture them into a longer relationships. So most companies I know and I work with previously entitled to like focus on winning the deal and that's it. Tapi dengan syarikat Telcoin lebih kepada bila dah menang tender ke dan sebagainya, kita akan grow the relationship to be a longer relationship, not just an establishment of winning a certain deals lah. So again presenting ourselves, Al-Bukhari Amir selaku Enterprise Account Manager daripada Telcoin Sdn Bhd dan juga Encik Isen daripada DocuSign directly lah. So saya dengan dia adalah mewakili daripada dua solutioning daripada Telcoin dan juga DocuSign. Okay. So ini adalah agenda untuk hari ini. Kita ada 6 topik yang saya akan cover daripada sudut Telcoin Sdn Bhd. Selebihnya nanti saya akan sampaikan kepada Encik Isen untuk sambungkan bagaimana DocuSign boleh merangkumi apa yang pihak JDN ingin capai lah. So again, I just wanted to introduce Telcoin. It's not a telco company. Again, Telcoin is an abbreviation of telling companies how to win. Kita selaku daripada syarikat Malaysia yang dapat an authorized reseller untuk Salesforce. So saya tak tahu sama ada pihak JDN pernah dengar Salesforce sebelum ni. Salesforce adalah produk CRM terbesar di dunia dan nombor 1 dalam dunia. Kita adalah reseller partner. Dan selain daripada Salesforce juga kita ada bawa satu produk nama Whatfix dan juga produk-produk lain yang established lebih kurang seperti Salesforce lah. Kita provide innovative, cost effective dan tailored solutions. Kita strive constantly untuk address unique challenges yang pihak company akan capai lah. So sedikit sebanyak ini adalah customer-customer kami buat masa sekarang ini. Kalau boleh saya nak tunjukkan contoh berapa banyak logo yang ada dekat sini. Most of them are our client and existing client, and some of that using Salesforce as a product, and some of it using other products that they carry lah, such as an example for MAG, SSRV, International, SMB, EPF, RHB Bank dan sebagainya. So untuk makluman pihak tuan-tuan dan juga puan-puan, kita telah capai satu award Partner of the Year 2020. Okay. Dengan partner ni, Telcowin adalah Salesforce Summit Consulting Partner dekat Malaysia dan the Best Multi-Cloud Partner of the Year, and this award recognize Telcowin collaboration with one of the Malaysia top conglomerate. So in the year 2020, salah satu klien kami, one of the famous developer dekat dalam Malaysia, kita telah undergo on this one digitalization punya journey with them, including their sales, their marketing and also their service. In a combination, they improve their revenue towards X amount. So meaning to say, pencapaian daripada sudut jualan, sudut marketing dan sebagainya daripada sistem yang kami provide telah memberi impact yang tinggi kepada company diorang. So jadi Salesforce recognize this as one of the highest achievement. Moving forward, we receive this Partner of the Year award in year 2020. So that is one of our achievement lah by far. Okay. Ini adalah apa yang customer kami bagi feedback tentang kami lah. So TM dia kata good je. The rest panjang-panjang sikit. Kalau boleh saya ceritakan sikit, kita ada banyak klien daripada sudut multiple industries. Daripada sudut electricity, industri daripada sudut penerbangan dan lain-lain. So being the utmost client of ours is Tenaga Nasional Berhad lah. So nanti saya akan ceritakan sikit sebanyak tentang apa cerita di sebalik solution yang TMB ada ataupun yang lain ada, dan apakah solution yang kita provide daripada pihak kami. So just nak share, this is our leadership team. Abdul Razak Said is our Chief Operation Officer. I punya director directly is Nicole Kopp, and our consulting service director is Kabilan, and also our project delivery is Asfa Ahmad. Ini adalah tim kami lah. Kita tak besar. Currently right now we have almost 82 dedicated and seasoned consultant with a strong presence in KL directly with 2 dynamic city, Kuala Lumpur and also Jakarta basically. We are still growing because the company was established in 2012 and we've been partnered with Salesforce in 2017. So ongoing right now, we are still growing. We have our own achievement that we have targeted so far, and yet this company is growing lah basically throughout the years. So I wanted to share with you guys on the solution offering that we have over the past X amount of years that we've been here in Kuala Lumpur. So pungkal utama untuk produk yang kami carry and the core business that we carry is basically Salesforce. So Salesforce is actually a CRM, a customer relationship management module that enhance towards multiple cloud that is also including sales, marketing, service, financial service cloud and etc. So kalau boleh tengok gambar yang ada dekat tengah-tengah tu, just imagine yourself as the gambar lah, tengah-tengah as a client. So dalam satu organisasi, kita fahamkan daripada sudut organisasi tu dia ada banyak department daripada jualan, marketing, services dan sebagainya. So jadi kita akan merangkumi based on the business use case of the needs of the client. Meaning to say, kita akan tackle towards the business case. Let's say for example, daripada satu organisasi dia punyai masalah dalam sudut jualan, macam mana kita nak improvekan jualan dia. So jadi kita ada specific cloud, dari sales cloud, dari fokus only untuk jualan. Tapi kalau sekiranya dia nak fokus daripada sudut pemasaran, we have marketing cloud. Kalau services pun ada. So Salesforce ni dia bawa daripada 360 darjah daripada sudut perspektif. Dia merangkumi semua solution yang ada. Meaning to say, macam saya cakap daripada in the beginning, daripada jualan, ke servis, ke marketing dan sebagainya, dia merangkumi semua pihak. So jadi solution offer yang kita bawa daripada Salesforce can tackle towards based on the initiative of the company that they acquire. So that is one of the high level solutioning of Salesforce that I boleh cerita malam ni lah. Tapi kita punya main product is not Salesforce yang kita nak ungkapkan hari ini, cuma penceritaan je lah dengan company kami. So just wanted to share Salesforce dalam Global Enterprise Solution, kita adalah number 1 in CRM, number 1 in sales, number 1 in customer service, and also number 1 in marketing. So you can trust this solutioning untuk pihak JDN. Kalau JDN ada terbuka untuk going for a digitalization journey, so we can try and understand what is the need of Jabatan dan juga negara, and then we can proceed further with a longer discussion in regards about Salesforce lah. So second product yang kita bawa adalah Whatfix. Whatfix ni adalah digital adoption platform. So kita faham yang bila sesebuah organisasi ni dah merangkumi satu proses digitalization, banyak orang tertinggal di belakang. Bukan sebab apa? Because bayangkan kalau kita dah menggunakan satu sistem tu for more than 10 years, and all of a sudden there was an initiative on change mean, kita ada perubahan daripada sudut platform ataupun sistem yang diguna pakaikan, kita tak dapat nak faham sistem yang baru. Susah. So jadi Whatfix ni dia sebagai, saya bagi contoh paling mudah, macam you pakai Google Maps ataupun Waze, tapi dekat dalam you punya sistem. Dia akan bagi guidance dekat mana nak tekan, dekat mana nak upload, dekat mana nak klik dan sebagainya. So jadi onboarding kepada newer system dapatlah kata problem daripada productivity, ataupun you punya senior management dah invest millions of dollars just for a system tapi end up tak ada orang pakai. So jadi Whatfix ni as a initiative untuk push macam mana penggunaan dan productivity, efficiency dekat dalam sesebuah sistem yang baru diimplementasi lah. So jadi Whatfix ni adalah one of the solution that is also, I can say that it complements Salesforce in a way. And not just Salesforce, but let's say for example ada Microsoft ke, even of your own ERP system yang you build for yourself, Whatfix can be a platform that can help you towards achieve your adoption. So that is one of the idea for Whatfix. So ini seperti yang saya rangkapkan tadi, kenapa digitalization of the context for digital adoption platform is important, because first and foremost kita nak diagnose process bottlenecks. For example, sebelum-sebelum ni proses-proses yang ada memang very complex, tapi susah macam mana sesebuah organisasi tu nak push forward to these bottlenecks. Second, kita boleh imagine customer driven processes. So Whatfix ni bukan sahaja boleh digunakan internally, dia juga boleh digunakan externally. Kita juga pernah berbincang dengan ada satu pihak kementerian untuk penggunaan portal kepada pihak awam. So jadi dia punya use case dia adalah dia dah build satu platform, tapi masalah dia orang awam tak akan faham macam mana nak gunakan platform tu. Macam mana nak uploadkan dokumen, macam mana nak tekan dan sebagainya. So jadi dia punya idea daripada pihak tu, dia nak cari inisiatif solution yang paling mudah, macam mana dia nak stopkan daripada pihak orang awam untuk call kementerian tersebut every day untuk tanya macam mana nak upload, macam mana dan sebagainya. So jadi ini adalah inisiatif bottlenecks yang Whatfix dapat berikan. So dia dapat deliver just in time for help, meaning to say tak perlu lagi lah ada operational cost daripada pihak tuan dan juga pihak puan untuk dapat tambah lagi service center ke, call center agents ke dan sebagainya, because to be honest, you dah ada platform, kenapa orang masih lagi call, kan? Sedangkan kita dah boleh pakai platform tersebut 100%, tapi kita faham permasalahan daripada orang awam, dia tak akan faham sistem yang terbaru. So it can also communicate changes effectively. For example, memang kalau kata adoption platform ni dah ada, it's easy for your team to actually initiate untuk proses-proses yang terbaru daripada orang awam ataupun daripada pihak kementerian sendirilah. Dan last not least is process optimization. So of course at the end of the day, our focus is to have the optimization of the system that you guys can carry lah. So that will be one of the small sentence that I can share over for Whatfix. So daripada pihak Telcowin, service offering kami adalah daripada 4 sudut. First and foremost is Salesforce Consulting. So Salesforce Consulting ni is more leaning towards macam mana sesebuah badan kerajaan, agensi ataupun syarikat yang ingin pergi kepada arah digitalization. Sebelum ni mungkin proses-proses dekat dalam company dia pakai Excel, dia pakai paper, manual works. Macam mana dia nak go through this one initiative of digitalization? So jadi kami akan providekan Salesforce Consulting untuk bagaimana kami nak tackle towards the current business challenges that the company have and provide them a solutioning. Second of all, we provide project delivery. So most companies, there is a reseller in Malaysia, dia akan pakai sub kepada another company untuk development. Tapi alhamdulillah on our end, we have our local expertise in terms of delivery. So meaning to say daripada consulting towards the delivery of the project is mainly 100% Bumi Putra. Okay. Number 3 is of course digital adoption, seperti produk yang saya sampaikan tadi daripada Whatfix. That is one of the solution that we carry untuk macam mana kita nak proseskan daripada pihak tuan-tuan dan juga perempuan ataupun sesebuah organisasi untuk adoption. And last but not least is Telcoin Beyond. Telcoin Beyond ni is more towards mana-mana customer yang dah pakai Salesforce sebelum ni, dia perlukan sedikit perubahan ataupun dia perlukan inovatif yang terbaru daripada Salesforce, kita boleh sampaikan. So this is our 4 core things that we provided in our service daripada pihak Telcoin lah. So capability map ni kami nak sharekan sikit sebanyak kepada pihak tuan-tuan dan juga perempuan. Alhamdulillah dalam tahun ini kita baru launch our company juga dekat Jakarta. Okay. Our mainly business will be in KL definitely, but Jakarta will be one of our second business initiative lah. So industri yang kami fokus buat masa ni adalah 4. First will be financial industry, second will be energy and utility, third will be property and real estate, and last is education. So the capability that we can carry is based on apa yang kita boleh buat internally and also externally. Let's say for example, kalau perempuan dan juga tuan-tuan boleh tengok ada biru gelap dan juga biru terang. So biru gelap ni somehow mana-mana solution yang kita tak boleh nak bawa. Meaning to say kita ada partner yang boleh lakukan project delivery tersebut. Mana biru terang tu kita boleh develop internally lah. So that is the idea of how capabilities of Telcoin can serve towards certain solution dekat dalam Malaysia dan juga Indonesia. So Telcoin in Salesforce ecosystem ni, pertama kita buat consulting, second kita adalah cloud reseller, third kita buat managed services, provide ongoing recurring services, dan last is apps exchange. So kita develop good to go market strategy for initiative untuk pihak-pihak tertentu lah kerajaan. So saya nak share sedikit success story yang kami ada hari ini. Mungkin pihak perempuan dan tuan-tuan pun kenal Sunrise is one of the leading developer dekat dalam Malaysia. So the challenges is quite a lot. Kalau I boleh summarisekan balik dia punya challenges dia, basically dia punya challenge pertama sekali adalah Sunrise face challenges with their current legacy solution, which lacks flexibility, user friendliness, hindering mobility and speed. So marketing effort on traditional platforms does not align with customer preferences for social and digital engagement. So apa solution yang kami bawa dekat sini adalah kita organisekan balik data diorang untuk the best practice of property industry and fast data sync for all parties organisation. So kita synchronisekan Sunrise punya management on how able to do approvals on good to go with quick booking, sales trap and make bookings in 2 minutes. So basically sebelum ada sistem, basically nak buat satu proses booking tu mengambil masa contoh dalam 15 minit sebabkan sistem tertentu dan file-file yang tentu yang dia perlu hadap. Tapi dengan menggunakan Salesforce, kita boleh just make it quick untuk make the booking for their sales trap dalam masa less than 2 minutes. So mean to say is an operational efficiency for them lah. So management need to do an end-to-end visibility on the processes from lead stage until property has been sold, hand it over to customer. So meaning to say, kalau pihak tuan-tuan perempuan pernah beli rumah daripada Sunrise, apa-apa platform yang you pakai daripada beginning of you talking to the sales rep sampailah habis daripada sign dokumen untuk perumahan tu, semuanya menggunakan Salesforce. So basically, so of course tadi macam I cerita kat you, kenapa kita receive the award partner of the year 2020 is because they have achieved increased annual revenue by 40% on the first year using Salesforce CRM. So that is one of the highest achievement of Salesforce in Malaysia lah dalam penggunaan Sales Cloud. So Petronas Dagang Berhad is also one of our leading clients back then. So tuan-tuan puan pernah ingat tak kad mesra yang Petronas provide dulu kan? So jadi cerita yang paling mudah nak sampaikan, basically dulu masa kita menggunakan kad mesra tu, Petronas ada nak dekat more than 2 million customers dengan penggunaan kad mesra tu. Tapi dengan data yang 2 juta pihak Petronas ada ni, dia tak dapat nak pushkan untuk dia punya marketing value. Dia tak tahu nak buat apa dengan data tu. Ada 2 million data. Tapi macam mana I nak pushkan I punya produk ke, I punya points, reward dan sebagainya. So jadi dengan menggunakan marketing cloud daripada Salesforce, kita dapat berjaya buat satu inisiatif untuk contact balik all the 2 million customer untuk growkan dia punya segmentation daripada sudut segmen daripada dia punya profile umur, profile berapa banyak kali diisi minyak dan sebagainya. So kita dapat pushkan balik daripada 2 million data tu untuk increasekan dia punya marketing value. Meaning to say, dia dapat personalized engagement with their customers, they are more close to their customers, they are more leaning with that. So dengan menggunakan Salesforce Marketing Cloud, inisiatif yang dia ada sebelum ni dalam dia punya sudut marketing dapat capai objektif dia lah. So that is one of the story with Petronas. So again, one of our biggest client is currently right now is Tenaga Nasional Berhad. Dia menggunakan Salesforce. Banyak produk such as Sales Cloud, Marketing Cloud dan Service Cloud. So previously before onboarding with Salesforce, challenges yang Tenaga Nasional Berhad ada is lack of system to manage assist end-to-end process, no self-service system, not having holistic and correct customer profile of a single platform. So kita dapat enablekan dia punya marketing automation dengan prospect management and qualified opportunity that allow account manager to capture the value of interest beyond KWH soil solution. So ini some of the story lah yang I nak share. And one of it is also Kuantan Port, MSM Malaysia, Amanah Saham Malaysia Berhad, RHB Bank. Dulu lagi pihak-pihak EPF tu nak tulis manually ataupun key in dekat dalam Excel dan sebagainya. Dia boleh menggunakan Salesforce untuk just check you punya ID dan dia dah boleh tahu dah puan ni dah ada berapa banyak saving sekarang ni, macam mana produk apa yang suitable untuk pihak puan ataupun tuan dan sebagainya. So itu adalah penggunaan Salesforce lah. So kenapa syarikat Telcowin? Kita ada 4 benda yang kita nak highlight. Kita boleh customize solution, meaning to say even though the product that we carry is out of the box, we are open to have a customization solution, meaning to say kita boleh pecahkan kepada banyak sudut. Mungkin pihak ataupun jabatan di negara mungkin ada banyak sistem internally yang lain nak perlu diintegrate ke, ataupun sistem lain yang bercanggah ke, kita still lagi boleh customize. Nombor 2, of course, customer service. Kita committed untuk provide exceptional customer service from initial consultation to ongoing support untuk training. So daripada kita bagi daripada consulting in the beginning sampailah habis, kita akan still serve our customers. Third, of course, expertise. Our team are extreme professionals. All of us are actually certified in the program of Salesforce. Dan last, local knowledge. Of course, some of the products that you feel that is really robust, dia punya local expertise dia tak ada. But on our end, Alhamdulillah, everyone is Bumi Putra and our company that we can actually serve. So certain things we need to have a local lingo. So we have that local lingo in terms of our end. So just nak highlight last from my end why now is the time to invest. Basically, first, you can enhance your business efficiency and outperform your competitors. Second, you can transform your customer service experience. And third is you can unlock your business insight and drive growth. Of course, I mean, since 2024, the PM already mandate in terms of digitalization journey into multiple government officials, right? So why don't we push it together and let us help you in terms of achieving those goals for digitalization journey with our local expertise, with our local knowledge, we speak the local lingo, we can help you guys into achieving into your digitalization journey. So tanpa membuangkan masa, saya punya presentation ni daripada syarikat Telcowin. So jadi kita pun partner dengan DocuSign. So saya ingin menjemput Encik Isen daripada DocuSign untuk presentkan DocuSign 100% untuk kita punya main topik hari ni lah. So, tuan-tuan dan puan, listen. Terima kasih.
Alright, thank you, Abu. First of all, thanks everyone for having me here today. I think the intro said earlier I came from Singapore. I actually came in this morning. It's a long day, but happy to be here to share more about DocuSign and what we can do in terms of digitization, right? So I think before we start, I guess DocuSign became kind of very popular during the COVID, and since 2020, one of the common theme in companies is that when people start to work from home, they will start to look at digitization solution. And one common thing is signing, right? E-signing, right? So that's why, I would say, luckily enough, DocuSign has been fortunate to be able to provide this service to Malaysia customers, and digitization process has been accelerating in the last few years. Yeah. And of course, on top of that, besides being an e-sign company, DocuSign actually offer a lot more than that, right? So today I'm going to share with you more on DocuSign IAM, which we kind of did a pretty major launch in the last few months. IAM means Intelligent Agreement Management, right? So without further ado, I'll just share a bit more. So, yeah, this is me. Besides Malaysia, I also help to cover Philippines as well as Thailand. And obviously, as I've shared earlier, a lot of interest in digitization and how do you digitize certain process using DocuSign. And I'm not alone, right? DocuSign has a pretty big team in Singapore. So within Singapore, we have close to 100 employees, and we help to handle Asia region. And I help to cover the 3 countries, and we have different personnel coming to Malaysia as well. So we have, YZ, who is one of the account managers, and of course the respective team that will help to support you along the way. Yeah. So I think we can kind of take a step back to kind of think of how the world run the business or processes today. And DocuSign do believe that the world runs on agreements, right? Whether you choose or not to, if you have an agreement to be done between 2 parties, there's always something to sign upon, right? Something to agree upon, right? So over 90 trillion of global business is actually being determined through an agreement, right? Usually within agreement, it contains different items like the SLA, obligations, what kind of products, important terms, and contract risks, right? So these are part and parcel on how agreements is being drafted today. And if you were to ask me, agreement actually exists in every function, in every organization, right, big or small. So if you just kind of take a quick look, right, if you talk about sales, right, today's sales has to provide a quotation to a client to sign upon, and they have to send something out for them to sign, right? HR, when they want to provide an offer letter for the candidate, they will have to send something out for them to sign upon, then they can kind of agree to, then start their work, right? Same goes to services as well. You got to send out field service contract term, SOW. Same goes to procurement as well, how you kind of draft and place your order upon. And same goes to the rest, right? Marketing and legal, right? And this doesn't limit to just this few function, right? In fact, if you can think of every single department in your organization today, there's actually a possibility to digitize using DocuSign, right? And it's hopefully today we can kind of discover more into that space. And we also do believe that in the last probably 20 to 30 years, a lot of companies has been pushing a lot into digitization, right? Digitization can be front office, back office. So like think of Salesforce, right? If you want to kind of consolidate some data record, customer records, you put it into Salesforce, right? That's kind of the CRM part of the business. And then if you want to do procurement, you have SAP, right? Ariba. Then if you talk about some of the HR solution, you have Workday, SuccessFactors, right? But if you just take a look, right, actually these systems don't talk to each other, right? Usually when you need somebody to sign something, you have to kind of download the whole document from the solution, then either you email to get the person to sign off, or you have to print out to get the person to sign, right? After you're done, it doesn't end there. You still have to kind of key in the detail, or you upload in the system, and then you kind of close that order off. So that's why we believe that system, although digitization has been happening in the last 20 or 30 years, however, between the system, they don't talk to each other, right? I think that's why a lot of customers are facing this issue today. There's a lot of manual forms to fill up. There's a lot of paperwork to be done. And as a result, a lot of manpower is also time taken to kind of handle all this paperwork, right? And also at the same time, when the document is being signed, there's sometimes a lot of data are inaccessible, right? So for example, a printed contract, you file it in the storeroom, then when you want to kind of retrieve some term, you have to go back and flip the file, right? You can't do an easy search to kind of find the data, right? So this, in a way, can also be a bit time-consuming as well, and manpower is required. So we call this the agreement trap, right? So customer is kind of trapped between, yes, we digitize several systems, but when we start to look into between each system, we are being trapped, right? We can't even retrieve what's the last 10, 20 contracts we have signed upon. We have to go to the respective person who can be the bottleneck to that particular contract, right? So that's one example of agreement trap. And agreement trap basically destroys value for business, right? Of course, as a government entity, I think it's kind of how do you save costs, being more efficient, right? How do you, again, digitize, how to speed things up, right? Get things done easier, faster. And if you just take a look at some of the example here, right? So if you talk about sales, it's always time to market. How do you deliver a contract quickly? If you're kind of trapped in this agreement process, the sales velocity drop, deal slip, revenue loss. Procurement, right? Value erodes as the term, the SLA obligation remains buried in the flat files. So also on the legal side, right? People struggle to kind of keep pace with the terms and conditions. Just like I mentioned, if you file all the contracts in, you want to retrieve a term, you have to go and flip the respective terms, right? And last but not least, right? Hiring, right? Sometimes some company need to hire very fast, very quickly, and top talent is lost due to the contracting process. Sometimes some company need to print out, need the person to come down to sign the contract. Some just send DocuSign, right? Get it done quickly. And we do believe there's a new way in managing agreements, right? And it can be split into kind of three core topics, right? Number one, agreement must be a first-class participant in your business process, right? In your company process, right? And number two, data must be automated and connected, right? Between your workflows and system, right? I guess that's also part of the reason, we are also kind of have this conference today to understand more. And lastly, the functional leaders should be able to be empowered to activate agreement data, right? I think many times, let's say we sign a few thousand contracts. Does your management know how many contracts expiring in the next 6 months? Does your management know how many contracts that has above certain value, below certain value? There's no dashboard to track all the contracts signed. They can only come to you and say, hey, can you go and trace the contract, right? So that's something that DocuSign is trying to solve today. Okay, so our solution here is DocuSign IAM, Intelligent Agreement Management, right? We help you to unleash the value of agreement data to power every company, every process. So just a few key pillars, right? We do believe that having a good IAM, DocuSign Agreement, Intelligent Agreement Management, it comes with 3 key pillars, right? Number one, create. How do you digitize how you create an agreement? The creation process is very important, right? How do you digitize the creation process? How do you make sure that your agreement is prepared in an accessible, collaborative, and a more automated ways, right? Number 2 is commit, right? Commit is just like how we do DocuSign, e-sign, right? E-signing a contract off. How do you make sure everybody commit to the agreement and relationship on a trusted platform, right? And last but not least, how you manage your agreement, right? Just like I mentioned about how do you track the contracts, upcoming obligations, when are the renewal dates and whatnot. How do you make sure that the agreement seamlessly in a way that connects to your other system? Okay, so with that, I'm going to play a very simple video to share with you some of the DocuSign vision. All right. Okay, let me try.
Over time, business got smarter, faster, easier, but the way we handle agreements is stuck in the past. The valuable information agreements contain is trapped inside static documents. These outdated systems and processes will cost time, opportunity, and nearly $2 trillion in global economic value. It's time to escape the agreement trap. Introducing Intelligent Agreement Management with DocuSign IAM, a new platform that makes every step of the agreement process smarter, accelerating revenue, reducing risk, and unlocking value. With IAM, the work of agreeing is done collaboratively on one intelligent platform. Anyone can create a contract with a drag-and-drop editor. Sales, automate contracting to close deals quickly. Procurement, get your teams the tools they need fast. Want to delight customers? Create seamless customer experiences with automated workflows. No coding required. Signers get a smoother signing experience and concise agreement summaries powered by AI, allowing them to commit with confidence. And ID verification is fast, easy, and compliant. But the real power of IAM kicks in after the agreement is signed. Filter, search, and find key contract details. Empower teams with AI-enabled dashboards that analyze agreement data to uncover hidden risks and opportunities. It's all integrated with your business systems like CRM. Management made easy and smart. Intelligent Agreement Management takes agreements out of the digital filing cabinet and puts them to work for your business, transforming a business bottleneck into a catalyst for growth and efficiency. Unleash the power of agreements with DocuSign IAM.
All right, so that's our new vision in what we'll do for DocuSign IAM, right? So just very quickly, I'll just run through some of the product suite that we have right now. So under Create, and just now I mentioned, we have three pillars, right? Create, Commit, as well as Manage. And of course, Commit will be the trusted and loved product e-signature, right? That most of our customer today is still kind of going for as the first layer-based foundation for their digitalization journey. But if you just kind of expand out the value that DocuSign can offer you, can be a lot more than that, right? So we also offer you how you create a document, right? We can help you to create web forms. You know, customer can fill out form digitally, and then moving on to a contract signing portion, right? So that saves you a lot of process of getting details being filled up onto a form manually or digitally. Like you still have to key in. You let the customer do it as step one, right? You can do templates, you can do automation, you can also do contract review and negotiations. So imagine you have some legal contracts that you need to do contract negotiation to and fro, right? DocuSign can help to coordinate that as well, right? And of course, going on to commit, we can help you to get everybody to sign off, commit to the contract. And last but not least, we talk about contract obligation. How can you review upcoming contracts that is due for the next 6 months, contract values, any contract terms that you need to track? You can do it within DocuSign IAM, right? And these days, we also offer AI functionality that can help you to offer different AI functions across the whole suite, right? To help you to save time as well, yeah? So I'm not going to elaborate the rest, but basically we offer different suite of solution package that can allow you to select accordingly, right? Based on the personas within the organization. And of course, DocuSign has been able to provide and help our customer across every industry with end-to-end IAM management solution. And statistically, DocuSign can help company that struggle to identify specific agreement language, and we do believe that 62% of the companies today are struggling to do that. And of course, deal loss, or example, contracts that's not able to sign, causes up to 2x. Company loses up to 2x more deals due to poor agreement processes. And lastly, 47% of companies struggle to track and analyze past agreement, leaving them very, not really prepared to track the contract. All right, and some of the reason why DocuSign, why enterprises choose DocuSign today, right? And of course, we've been a very close partner of Microsoft, and a lot of Microsoft solution today, we offer integration, right? So just for example, right, if you're using SharePoint today, and you have some document that you wish to send out for somebody to sign, right? Instead of downloading it and go to a DocuSign portal or print out, you can actually do an integration between SharePoint and DocuSign, and within SharePoint, you can push out the contract to get the client to sign off, and after it's being signed off, it gets parked back into SharePoint, right? That's one of the capabilities that DocuSign can do today, yeah? And of course, we have a very strong track record. We've been in the business for the past 20 years, right? And we operate over 180 countries. So we are also very strong in healthcare. There's this healthcare protocol called CFR Part 11, and basically we adhere to that protocol. And embedded signing, right? So embedded signing is something like if you want, like part of your company website, if you want a certain segment to have a web form that allows people to fill up details, it can be powered by DocuSign too, right? DocuSign is not just a web portal that do simple signing, right? There's a lot of customization that can be done, right? So I think if you want to have a takeaway today, DocuSign can serve, e-signature can serve as your foundation layer, right? If you go back, every department can kind of start off with e-sign first, but you do know that once you start off with DocuSign, e-signature, there's a lot more things you can do in terms of digitalization journey in future. All right. So of course, last but not least, we are the category leader. We operate over 180 countries. So if you have a relationship with different countries and businesses across different countries, we will adhere to pretty much the global standards in terms of e-sign. Okay. So this is us. We in terms of IDC MarketScape research done last year, we are the strongest in terms of the solutioning, right? I think today, if you guys want to choose a strong partner, right, hopefully DocuSign will be your choice, because in terms of vision, R&D, e-sign is our bread and butter, right, our core product. So we are really invested to help you to provide the best support, right, across your processes today. Okay, so with that, I'll just do a very, very quick demo, right? Just a check. Anyone have tried e-signature before? Yes? Some form of e-signature, not just DocuSign, maybe different products. Yeah? Okay, so I'll just do a very quick sharing. Okay, so before I show the demo. Okay, so DocuSign has this terminology, we call it an envelope, right? So one envelope actually equates to one workflow, right? So when you're sending out one envelope, you can actually group 3 or 4 attachments to that single workflow. You can send it to 4 to 5 approver, 4 to 5 signers to sign off the contract, right? And this is counted as one workflow, one envelope, right? This is just one way how we license our customer, right? So with that, I'll just do a very, very quick demo on how DocuSign can work. Okay. All right. So basically, when your organization sign up for a DocuSign account, you can go ahead to assign different users in your organization, right? You can also tag to your single sign-on, right? Everybody will have their own individual account, right? No one can ever have access to your account. You own all the contracts. Like, just imagine your HR. Some is pay raise, some contracts are sensitive. You control your own data unless you choose to share with the person involved in that contract, right? It's very secure. So just to start with, this is my profile, right? I can set my profile picture here, my signature style. And if you notice, there's a little dashboard over here. I can monitor how many contracts have already sent out and how many contracts is still pending, how many completed. Okay, so to begin, I'll just go ahead to click send an envelope, right? Okay, so I will just go ahead to browse. I'll just give this example, right? So you just upload any document you want, just like how you normally get people to sign, right? But you're just doing it digitally. So I have already uploaded my contract, and I'll go ahead to set the different signer involved in the signing, right? The good thing about DocuSign, you can determine who to sign first, right? I can say that, oh, this person sign first, my immediate manager sign first, then go to the director and sign. Or you can set as everybody sign at the same time. You can decide yourself, right? So you can say, okay, in this demo, I'm going to fix first person sign, then second person sign, right? So the first person will be Austin, that he'll be signing off. And second person will be myself, right? Eason Wang, right? At DocuSign will be counter-signing the contract. So sometimes you wonder, hey, I just want my boss to receive a copy. You can also do a CC as well, right? In the envelope, right? So you can do so. And then in this demo, I'll just do 2% to sign, right? And then I'll just put, maybe I'll just call this JDN HR form, right? Then I will go ahead to click next, right? It's very simple. Okay. So from here, I'll just go ahead to determine, like it's like a little post-it, right? You can determine where the person should be signing. So Austin will sign here, his name will appear here, and the date will appear here. Date will only be when they sign. That means if I sign tomorrow, the date will be tomorrow, not today, right? So you can determine that way. And then Eason, I will countersign here, the name to be here, and the date sign to be here, right? So sometimes, you know, some document you want them to do, you know, like a radio button, then you can do drop down. You can set everything in here, right? So, but I'll keep it simple. One document, 2% to sign, right? So when I'm done, I'm happy with the whole layout, right? I hit send, okay? So when I hit send, as a sender, I'll just wait, right? Because I just need to monitor where the signing is at the moment, right? So I can actually check on my dashboard. I have already sent out. I'm waiting for Austin to sign, okay? Then at this moment, right, I'll just quickly jump to my Gmail. Maybe I'll just use the, okay, right? So you don't have to use laptop to sign. You can use a smartphone, because as long as you have Gmail on a smartphone, you can open the contract to sign, okay? So immediately I log into Austin's email, then I'll see that Eason have sent to Austin to sign off a contract, right? That means your boss could be traveling, holiday, Japan, whatever, but they click on the link, they can view that, oh, Eason wants me to sign this contract, right? Immediately I click, it's browser, so you can use a phone as well. You just browse, look through the contract on the move, right? Then I can just scroll down, okay, I need to sign here, fine, I'll just go ahead to sign here, right? I'll just click and sign. But wait, I'm not signing yet. I'm going to show you, right? I'll go back to my dashboard. This is Eason's dashboard. If I were to hit a refresh now, right, I will know that Austin have viewed the contract, but he haven't signed, right? Because you can track which step is he at, right? Then you know exactly where you are in terms of the contracting. Then I go back to Austin. So this is Austin dashboard. He will sign off the contract and click finish. Okay, so once Austin is done, immediately it will trigger to the second signer, right? So Eason will have to pick it up and sign off the contract. Okay. Okay, so I'm done with Austin. Let me just quickly jump over back to Eason's dashboard, right? This is my dashboard. If I were to hit a refresh now, right, I will know that Austin have already completed the signing and now is waiting for Eason to sign, right? So, okay, let me just jump to my Gmail. So again, now I'm the last signer, right? Then I click the contract. Then I'll know that Austin have already signed, right? I'll just need to countersign and click finish, right? Done, everybody signed, yeah. So in this simple scenario here, we can actually know exactly where the signing is at, because sometimes when you move the contract around, sometimes you forget, where is it at, right? But at least using this dashboard at your desk, you can tell where is the contract at the moment. Then the best part here is you can go to your dashboard, because at one time, you're not limited to just sending one contract. You can send like 50 contract. Then you can track where are the 50 at real time. Okay? So yeah, that's a very high level on e-sign and how, I would say, again, going back to the point earlier, if today you want to take something back, I think e-sign is the basic layer that you can look at, and you know, you can start off with that and start digitizing different departments in your region, in your team, and at some point when the digitization start to mature, you can actually look to something more interesting, even more automated, right? I just give you another quick example, right? But I'll take a quick pause. Any question on e-sign portion? All good? Yeah? Oh, yeah, please. Okay. Okay, sure. So I think the question on the gentleman here is asking any legality question about how legal it is in Malaysia, right? So let me just show you, right? DocuSign, technically we adhere to the E-commerce Act in Malaysia. So if a contract is being signed, it can actually stand up to the court of law. Yeah. So I just want to very quickly also, right? Let's say now I have a completed contract, right? So I can actually go ahead to download the contract, and the contract is effectively encrypted. No one can break the contract, right? Sorry, please pardon me. So I will just open this contract over here. And if you notice, right, when a contract is signed, right, it comes with a encryption panel, right? It will tell you what is the timestamp. And anyone who edited this PDF, right, the security seal will be broken, right? And in terms of legality, we will stand up to this portion. Yeah. So going back to this point, right, in terms of the legality, electronic signatures are legal in Malaysia and are provided for under the Digital Signature Act 97 and E-commerce Act. Any questions? Any other questions? Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll just quickly move on, right? I think in essence of time, let me just quickly move on. I just want to share with you another variation of e-signature, right? Just now we talked about create, so there will be web form, okay? So this is actually a POC we've been doing with Sepang Circuit, right? The use case is they say they have a lot of drivers who need to fill up the indemnity form, right, before they go onto the racetrack. They want to digitize the process because everybody fill out the paper and something happened, they cannot track the paper because the paper sometimes wet, then the contract, no details, then it's very risky, right? So we came with this solution. So you can actually create a web form, right? This is all powered, everything is powered by DocuSign. So you can fill up your name, your email, you can dynamically create different tags over here. So I'm above 18, then I can fill up my passport number, details and whatnot, right? Then I can fill up all my necessary details, click next, then I can click next again. Then immediately they will map all my actual details onto the indemnity form without me doing like pen, paper and everything. But now I'm mapping all my details across to the contract. So now I've already mapped and immediately I sign off the contract. Right, and then I'll click finish. So immediately done, right, completed. You can also receive a copy of the contract. And in the back end, right, for those, you can do a bit of simple routing and programming. You can plug it into OneDrive, SharePoint, any website that you want. And anytime you want to retrieve, you can just go to the portal. Oh, there's about 20,000 contract. I want to track signed by Eason. Then you search, then you can find, right? That's how we can digitize one process. And by the way, this process, right, is also being used by some of our banking customer. Just think of credit card form, right? You go to the website, you sign for credit card. Sometimes you fill out e-form, right? But you can power it using DocuSign. Then when you sign, you can route it to, you can say, oh, this credit card net worth is above certain value, it goes to department A. Under certain value, go to department B, right? You can route it accordingly, right? I'm not going to deep dive into that, but I'm just saying there's a lot of flexibility on how you can route your e-sign contract across to different organizations. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let me just press on a little bit. Okay, so another thing is we offer another solution called CLM. Now I'm slightly moving away from e-sign, right? I'll just show you a very quick 7 minutes video on DocuSign CLM. It's called Contract Lifecycle Management. So I just share you a one use case, right? Just imagine today if your legal team need to negotiate an NDA form with another party, right? Usually this is done through Excel, then there's a to and fro. You can't track the versioning of the contract. So DocuSign has this product. Basically, we are rated as a Gartner leader that we can do contract lifecycle management, right? So yeah, I'll just quickly play this video just for you to take a look.
Hello, my name is Stephen Cook, Solution Engineer at DocuSign, and today I will walk you through what a day in the life with DocuSign CLM would be like. I'll be playing a lot of roles, including a business user, external party, finance, and legal. I'll start by playing the role of a business user who needs to send out an NDA. With DocuSign CLM, all they would need to do is click Request, in this case, an NDA. I want to send out our NDA, so click and I'm brought into a form, which is configurable to guide me through the process. This will help eliminate back and forth emails with missing information. Here I'll include customer name, who I want to sign, and hit Next. This will take legal's pre-approved template and merge in any information that was collected to generate the document automatically. For this scenario, I'll leave that blank to show the benefits of our e-sign product later, and hit Save for now. As a requester, I'll have self-service visibility on my watch list. At the same time, legal's notified that an NDA has been sent to the prospect and has been given visibility as well. Switching roles and playing the part of an external signer, here we can see they've received a brand new email with a link. When I click that link, I'm brought into the document. I'm walked through different areas that I need to fill out along with sign. You can make these required to make sure I don't miss anything. More importantly, you now can avoid sales reps making the mistake of filling out information wrong and allow signers to enter the information correctly the first time. Once the external party signs, the document is automatically routed to our internal signer who signs off similarly. Switching back into the role of the business user, once everyone is signed off, there's a lot of things that are happening automatically. My pending documents list was automatically updated. A folder was created with the correct company name, and the document was automatically moved into it. We can also see expiration reminders are set to go out. And that collected information was tagged as metadata for reporting, but also can be utilized to make generating other agreements faster with the correct information. So now if I've gotten to the point where an MSA is ready for negotiation, I can click the MSA request button. And instead of having to type that information in all over again, I can reference it in an easy drop-down menu selection to merge into my MSA template. In this situation, the MSA is for $175K and requires finance to approve it. The document will automatically route to finance to make sure it's approved before going to the customer. They've also said that their legal team will review the document, so I'll click Send for Review, which will send a secure link to the document to make the redlining process easier. When I click Next, I can see all of the information entered, along with some hidden information like legal clauses, were merged into my MSA template where I can review and click Save. I'll have visibility throughout the process and can see it's been routed to Ian in Finance for approval. Switching roles and playing the part of Finance, I can see directly from my dashboard I have a contract for XYZ company that needs approval. I can click the task, which brings me into a preview of the document, along with a summary of the information I need to make my decision quickly. I can also take a look at the attributes for a quick snapshot of what's in the document rather than reading through the entire agreement. Once I click Approve, a link to the document is automatically sent to the external reviewer. Switching roles and playing the part of the external reviewer, we can see they're sent an email with a link to the document, which will guide them through the review process. If they want to make changes, they simply download the document and make any updates they want. I'm going to pretend I'm a bad reviewer who has turned off track changes, and will add some information in, along with modify and delete some things, like governing law to Illinois, payment terms to Net 60, and delete out a chunk of this text. I'll save the document, and now can upload the new version and provide some comments back to their team as well. Once I hit finish, that document is then automatically routed to legal's inbox. Switching roles and playing the part of legal, we can see I have a brand new task to review this contract that was modified. When I click the task, I can see in the instructions the information I typically am reviewing and can check the activity to see who the document has gone to and any comments they had. Instead of approve decline, I have more control here over where the document goes after me. We can also see the new version of the document was automatically uploaded and the name was reconciled. I can click to compare the document that was sent to the reviewer to the one they uploaded. This will allow you to catch any changes even when track changes is turned off. I'm doing this manually here, but this can also be done automatically as well. In this situation, I want to approve and reject some things. So instead of the typical saving the document to my local drive and opening it, I can click to open with DocuSign Edit, which will handle this for me. Now I can go through and reject or approve what I want. Now the customer didn't like our limitation of liability, so I'm going to try our fallback clause and utilize DocuSign CLM's Word plugin to easily insert my fallback clause in the document and then click to save. When I click save, the document is automatically uploaded back in as a new version, and we'll have a detailed list of who's made changes and be able to compare to previous versions as well. Normally, I would have to send this back to the customer for review, but let's pretend like we've come to a finalized agreement and click send for signature. This will automatically send a link to the document for the customer to sign. Switching roles again and playing the part of the external signer, we can see they're sent a link with the correct document and are guided through where they need to sign, just like the NDA signing process. Switching roles to the business user, we can see their dashboard was automatically updated to reflect the new customer they signed. If they click into the document, we can see an expiration reminder was automatically set and NDA was related. We can also see a document was automatically tagged with a lot of information. The payment term that was negotiated inside of the contract was correctly tagged along with the correct payment due date, which is visible to my finance team's dashboard. We can also see the expiration date is now visible on legal's dashboard for upcoming renewals. They can also easily find the customer's folder that has all the documents signed by them, named correctly, even a Word version of the previously signed agreement so that they don't have to start from scratch during renegotiations.
All right, so that's CLM. If you all do identify any customers that might be interested, do let us know. Any department that's interested, right? So I'll just probably jump ahead a little bit more just to kind of wrap up towards the end, right? So just to share, DocuSign has been aggressively updating our product journey, and under the different segment, right? Under create, commit, manage, and the platform and applications, we have constantly update, and almost every few months we do see a latest update at the moment. These are all building on top of our, trusted and reliable e-sign platform, right? So again, like I say, I will say that the digitization journey of every company is evolving day by day, and you need a trusted partner that can actually provide you with the latest trend, right? Keeping up with the latest trend. At the same time, a reliable platform that allows you to kind of perform your daily work, right? And just to add, DocuSign always strive to provide the best uptime in the market. We provide 99.99% in terms of the uptime, and yeah, I think this is very great testament that DocuSign is constantly putting a lot of effort in driving new product changes. Yeah. And just to add on, last but not least, we at the same time, everything must be secure, right? Security is one important component in every company. We have a lot of global banking customer who is our customer today, and we have been consistently delivering for them, right? Providing the best security protocol that fits their daily business needs, right? So these are some of the things that pretty strict protocol in the market today, especially in the European market, North America, also in Asia, right? These are some of the key protocol that we do fulfill. All right. Maybe just to quickly share, one customer example. We do have quite a few customers in Malaysia, and of course, most recently, Pasarana became our customer as well. And okay, some of the background story is that they were using another provider, e-sign provider, and they didn't kind of deliver the reliability of the e-sign solution. So in the end, they determined that, hey, DocuSign is the way to go. And thankful enough, in the last 6 months, they became our customer and they start ramping up, right? Again, it's very simple and straightforward. Every department gets to use DocuSign, and it's all external and internal contracts. At the same time, integration with Office 365. And also at the same time, every DocuSign account is integrated with single sign-on with Azure Active Directory. So they don't have to log on. They just need to click their Active Directory and they can start using DocuSign. Yeah. So with that, I think I will kind of, round that up in terms of my sharing, in terms of DocuSign, IAM, what we can do in terms of the whole product journey. I think for now I can open up to the floor again. Any questions that you guys might have? Yeah, please. Okay, the question is DocuSign on-prem or on the cloud, right? That's a good question. DocuSign is 100% cloud, right? So we are all cloud-based solution, and we do have, like most recently, we work with UOB Bank in Singapore. They are very strict in terms of the security protocol. They actually purchase additional security appliance from us that is somewhat on-prem. But again, 99% cloud, but the security key is hosted by UOB Bank. But that, other than UOB, in fact, the rest of our customers are all kind of using a cloud-based solution. Yeah. And that's how e-sign should work, because you need authentication to get a person to sign off the contract anywhere and everywhere globally, right? So, yeah, cloud-based. Yeah. Yeah. So we currently have a server in Europe where they are really strict in PDPA, data residency and whatnot. We also have server in North America. Most of our Asian customers are using Europe server. And we do have one in Australia, but again, our Southeast Asia customers are still pointing back to Europe server. Yeah, thanks. It's a good question. Yeah. Any other questions about the solution? Yeah. Again, I mean, if you're doing if you're doing some research, exploration, don't hesitate to bring in Telco Win. We are more than happy to, do a separate demo or maybe Zoom call, for your respective team. If you have any, any entities that decide to just explore, right? We wouldn't, feel free to reach out to us. We're more than happy to kind of do a very simple demo. The one I did just now is a pretty straightforward demo, or sometimes it can be kind of complex workflow. We can kind of give some prescription, kind of how we can. After all, we are the expert, right? I would say, I'm confident to say we've been talking to many customers. There's a lot of lessons we learn from each and every customer. We are more than happy to share some of the common use case that the customer are doing today. Yeah, and especially banking, we have pretty good success with banking customers lately, because bank is always about. I think the first thing I think of bank is so many paper, right? When I go to a bank, wow, fill out so many paper, right? So I was telling Abu just now, we have quite a good success in Philippine banks as well. For some reason, Singapore as well, right? They are moving a lot into digitization. And these days, one of the use cases is insurance, right? Last few months we closed a customer, BDO Life. He's an insurance customer. They actually integrated DocuSign with a signing pad, the USB signing pad. So the client came to the branch to sign up for an insurance contract. They sign on the signer pad digitally, but it's captured in DocuSign. Right? So when they want to search a contract, they can go to DocuSign portal repository to pull out the contract. So that's one way of hybrid, like even though to customer they're signing something physical, but in the back end everything is digitized. Right? So again, something to explore as well. Yeah. Any other questions you all might have? Oh yeah, please. So the question is, can DocuSign detect any irregularities, errors in the system? In the document? Unfortunately, we don't. I mean, if you talk about e-sign alone, right? E-sign itself as a standalone solution, we don't really detect the error, right? But however, if I happen to send something out by mistake, right? I send something out, but you have not signed yet. I can actually do we call it correction. I can correct the document and resend you a new one. So you're not wasting the envelope, right? That's one way of doing. And just now I mentioned about contract lifecycle management. So if there's some errors, right, there's this negotiation phase, right? I pass to you, you pass to me, then we both look at the contract. That is slightly more enhanced product. Depends on whether your team want to tap on that. But short answer is no, right? So yeah, thanks for the question. Anything else? Any questions about what DocuSign can do? Yeah, please. Yeah, I think the question is, are we going to host anything in Malaysia, right? Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you now. You got me. But it's always a challenge for, US company. Usually they'll look at the addressable market. I do know that AWS is coming, right, to Huawei, right? They're all here. But, okay, so we have been exploring tapping on AWS. But I can't give you an answer whether we have it here. I think end of the day is a chicken and egg thing. Like, if let's say we have a really strong demand here, then we can use that to kind of justify spinning up a server here. But unfortunately, we do not have one at the moment. Sometimes we have to explore some workaround. Yeah. But is that one of the main factor in your assessment? I think it is. Yeah. Okay, so that's a good one. So who is our main cloud provider in the US? We host our own server. So in the US, we host our own server. In Germany, we host our own server, and our server are audited yearly. But we have security trust document that basically the audit document that if you want we can present to you anytime to prove that is heavily regulated and reviewed on a yearly basis. Yeah. Any questions? Any other questions? Yeah. Anyway, if you're if you guys have time, feel free to download a trial. DocuSign has trial, 30 days trial. Have a try on it, right? And let us know what you think. We are more than happy to kind of do an exploratory call with you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So with that, thank you so much for your time. My pleasure. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Terima kasih diucapkan kepada pihak Telco Win Sdn Bhd dan DocuSign di atas perkongsian yang bermanfaat sebentar tadi. Okey, sekiranya tuan-tuan dan puan-puan mempunyai soalan kepada pihak syarikat Telco Win dan juga DocuSign, boleh mengutarakan soalan. Baiklah, terima kasih sekali lagi diucapkan kepada kedua-dua penceramah kita pada petang ini. Mari kita berikan tepukan yang gemuruh kepada para penceramah kita. Hadirin sekalian, majlis akan diteruskan lagi dengan sesi penyampaian cenderahati kepada para penceramah. Untuk itu, majlis dengan segala hormatnya menjemput Yang Berusaha Teknologis Dr. Fazidah binti Abu Bakar untuk menyempurnakan penyampaian cenderahati kepada para penceramah. Dipersilakan. Untuk itu dijemput wakil daripada pihak syarikat Telco Win Sdn Bhd dan juga DocuSign untuk naik ke atas pentas. Majlis merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada pihak Telco Win Sdn Bhd dan DocuSign serta Yang Berusaha, Ketua Pengarah Jabatan Digital Negara di atas penyampaian sebentar tadi.
Dengan itu, selesai sudah hari pertama Persidangan Pengurusan Kewangan Jabatan Digital Negara tahun 2024 atau FINCON'24. Tuan-puan dijemput untuk menjamu minum malam yang disediakan di luar Dewan. Untuk makluman tuan-puan juga, program pada hari esok akan bermula pada jam 8.30 pagi. Sekiranya tuan-puan mempunyai apa-apa pertanyaan, tuan-puan boleh berhubung dengan urus setia. Dengan itu, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan sekian, terima kasih.